Hello everyone! Today I'm going to talk about the Boatbuilder, the Skipa, and the fish in Aska. Note that this video will contain spoilers, so if you wish to explore the world of Aska on your own, now is the time to turn off this video. Still here? Good, let's proceed. In order to learn the way of the waves, we need to start building vessels who can travel across the vast ocean. This starts with us building the Boatbuilder, which we find in the building menu category 10. This needs to be built at the beach close to water. You can build it next to a lake, but there is no reason to do that. The ocean is where it's at. So let's get to it. The Boatbuilder is complete. Now let's take a look at what we have here. As you can see, here we can assign 2 workers. Let's open the Boatbuilder menu. Here you can see that one of the things we can build is a Skipa, a little boat to fish with. So we are going to go ahead and build one. The Skipa will be built in stages, just like majority of the buildings. Builders are not going to be putting in any resources here. We need to assign workers to the Boatbuilder for it to get built. I have assigned 2 workers so that we build it as fast as possible, and we are going to take a look at the tasks. As you can see, the first category is the building part, and the second one is repairing. And with this last plank, our Skipa is done. As you can see, it is attached with a rope to this dock. The fisherman's house also have a dock, and this is also how you know that the boat has been attached and your fisherman will be able to use the Skipa. Now, how do we use the Skipa? We look at it and press E to embark. In the tooltip you can see which buttons it is to row forward or backwards. You can also press E to disembark the boat. I am going to press A and D, and then I'm gonna press Z and C. In order to rotate in which direction you're going, you only press on one of the letters you can see in the tooltip. For example, A or D. The sea is full of sea bass, which gives only 1 fish meat per fish. You can find fish that are rare in these schools of jumping fish. There are in total 5 different fish you can find in these. What you need to do is simply to swim up to them with your little Skipa so that they get discovered on your map. With this, the fishermen that have been assigned to fish at the sea will take their Skipa and come and fish here. You can tell what kind of fish it is by simply looking at the fish jumping around. Each one of these 5 species have their own seasons or conditions that needs to be met for them to be active. The schools that are currently inactive will not have fish jumping out of the water, but you will be able to find the fish swimming like this under the water in a circle. With this you will know that you can come back here later to discover this school. Even here you will know what kind of fish it is by looking at the colors and the shape of the fish. Anytime if you want to fish, you press on E to disembark, and now you can interact with everything around you. Since a loading screen in Aska is someone fishing with a boat full of fish, I had to test that out. If I throw out the fish in my inventory, it's not on the boat. So if your inventory is full, it's time to turn back and leave the fish at a storage. While fishing in these schools, there is still a chance to catch sea bass. At some point, you will fish out all the fish from this particular school, and they will respawn again the coming year. At the fishing hut at the sea, the only task available will be sea bass until we have found more schools of fish. I found one school of salmon, and now it is displayed as a task in the fisherman's house. 5 minutes of skipping around, and I have found plenty of fish schools. When you're getting close to your fishing hut, you can dock your Skipa at the docks. Like this. The moment you can see this line between the Skipa's front and the dock, you know that it is docked properly and your fisherman will be able to use it and go out fishing. A lot of players ask if we can have 2 Skipas attached to one fishing house. The answer is no. When one of our fishermen uses the Skipa, the other one will not take one. The only way to have multiple fishermen using Skipas is if you build multiple fishing houses. Now, since I am going to talk about the fish at sea, I might as well talk about the fish in the lake as well. The lake hosts a different fish species in every season. In spring and winter, we have access to fish that gives 5 times as much meat as during summer and autumn. In the sea, all year round, we have sea bass that is accessible straight from the dock and cod that is available in its specific schools. Mackerel and sturgeon can be found in spring and autumn, although sturgeon can only be found when it's raining. In the spring and summer we also can find salmon, but the king of all fish can be found during winter at night. The wolffish drops a whopping 7 meat per fish. Apart from sea bass that is accessible on the beach, the cod, mackerel, salmon, sturgeon and wolffish needs to be found by the player. After you have found them, they will be fished by your workers and will replenish each year. In front of you, you can see my testing of each bait at each fish location. Unfortunately, when I was hunting the sturgeon, I did not have any berries or maggots available, so I cannot confirm if these 2 will work. I can confirm that while fishing with berry bait, I seemed to get more sea bass than the rare fish from the schools. When I tried to catch the wolffish with maggot baits, I only fished up sea bass. This concludes my walkthrough of the Boatbuilder, Skipa and the fish in Aska. Thank you for watching.